Yeah, I always try and start a little bit early. All right. All right, let's rock. Yeah, I always try and start at least a little bit early. So that way... So I got some time to do some stuff. Okay, there we go. Whew. 17. I need a timer. Timer. Oofa doofa. We getting up there in time. Oh. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, we're just gonna go. I mean, if you're here, cool. If not, well, it sucks. Why am I trying to rush that? There's like no reason for me to try and rush that. But how you doing tonight, Thin Glizzy? Hopefully everything's going good. Ugh. Yeah, basically, insane guy. I'm really bad at these. Like, I'm hella bad at these. Like, no joke. Yeah. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and work on this. Yep. Let's get it. Let me check something real quick. I'm curious. No, oh my god. Yeah, I don't know. So my speakers are just way down. Oh no, for sure, insane guy. For sure. Like, this is really just like a showing that, like, sure, I can complete a hack like this. It's probably still out of my shot range, honestly. I should be doing other hacks because this is taking a lot of time. And I probably shouldn't have done it so early. Like, that's all this is proving, essentially. So, I've got a lot of other hacks lined up. I don't know if we'll do Grand Prix World 2 right away. I think we will. But, that one's gonna be another slog, I already know that. But, what my plan is, yeah, everything's going good, Thing Lizzie. Hell yeah, dude. Like, it's gonna be another slog, but what I want to do is now, if I'm like grinding my wheels, like not getting any, if I don't feel like I'm getting any progress, I'm gonna swap over to a different hack. Because there's no reason for me to just bash my face in on this hack for like 8 hours, because usually like the first 3 or 4 hours is the highest chance I'm gonna have of progressing in a hack. After that, it's a blow up. Like, especially if I'm doing the same thing. So, the plan is we'll do like 3 or 4 hours of like a hard hack, and then we'll do easier hacks, like, for the rest of the stream. So, like, I'm not necessarily doing an easier hack this time, but like, I really want to start Waterworld, so we're gonna be doing that. And that's gonna be a good time. I know there's a secret exit somewhere, so I might have to look that up, but ideally I'm gonna try and figure it out. I'd have to message Baba Yaga. Be like, yo, this secret exit, you got some hints you can give me? Yeah, man, so you got pushed down to platinum after the season ended, I think, Lizzie, for MTG. Ooh. Plat 2, almost tier 1, and now you're almost plat tier 3. Let's go. You're getting there, dude. Hell yeah. Yo. Yo, thanks for the gift sub, Robokaku. Yo, thanks. Robokaku is just there for Mario Maker 2 stuff. But thank you so much. Like, if I accept level submissions, that's what Robokaku is for. I guess. So I had to make like a separate account on Twitch for it. I wish I knew how to do like programming so I could make a cool chat bot. But unfortunately I don't know how to do that. But yo, thank you so much, Thinglizzy. Hell yeah, dude. Oh, close. That was heckin' close. That was so bad. I forgot this is swimming level. So the farthest I've gotten is level 4. But it's good that we're making progress. At least getting back up there, because it's been like 5 days since I played this. So, because I didn't do it Saturday, Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday. So yeah, this is day 5. I went 4 days without playing this game, so. Gotta keep it up. Go. Oh, for sure. Yo, thank you so much for the bits. Don't even worry about it, man. Like, yeah, I get it. I get it. I get you. Yo, thank you so much. It's incredibly generous of you, Thing Glizzy. Hell yeah. Ah! Holy crud. Ugh. That flick of the wrist, holy heck. The flick of the wrist. Yo, thanks, dude. We're back, man. Like slept on my like back wrong or something. It's like my upper back is pissed right now. Oof. I mean, thankfully, like, I just have to like sit here and play video games, so that's nice. Okay, so ooh. Okay, so yo, what's up, Hobo? How you doing? So I feel like I need to throw that shell super close to the wall, so that way I don't hit it. But how you doing tonight, Hobo? Are you playing the new expansion for Elder Scrolls? ESO Bugfest? Yeah, dude. Like I played a little bit of WoW today, and like it's actually going pretty smooth, like realistically. I guess like the first level 70 on my server was today. So somebody spent 26 hours grinding an instance as a mage. That's pretty nuts, dude. I almost hit level 42. I'm taking my time. Like, I don't even care, it's fine. Ooh. Sudis was trying to, but he fell asleep around 19 hours in his stream. Oh, rip. They also got hit with maintenance like 8 hours in. Yo, feels bad. I didn't know Sudis was streaming it. Oh shit, dude. I could have been in there harassing him. How far did Sudis get? Yeah, 19 hours of straight grinding is pretty rough. 65? Ooh. Ooh, feels bad. That's not bad. I mean, that's time to take a break, you know, sleep like 6 hours or something and come back at it. Finish the fight, you know? Damn. That's a lot of grinding. I mean, I'm way far out, so I'm not even worried about it. Like, I'll get there when I get there. Like, I guess somebody has already killed like 2 of the raid bosses, Grohl and Magtheron, on European. They did it with like level 68 plus people. It's pretty crazy. Ooh, what happened, dude? You're trying to figure out whether we're gonna see someone get killed this year in the NHL? Are you talking about that hit on like that French game? Where like the guy was putting it in the net and then he got smacked? I think I saw that on Reddit. Like, yeah, I saw that on Reddit like right after this. That's crazy, dude. You put a clip in Discord? That's nuts, man. That's such a bad hit. Holy shit, dude. That's ridiculous. Let me see if it's that. It's, yeah, I know, right? Let me check. I think this is... I think this might be the same one. Oh, is this the same one? Yeah, it is. Yeah, man, I mean, it's freaking 4-3 and you're gonna smack a dude like that? Unbelievable. Like, you know he's getting it. That's bullshit, dude. That's a stupid hit. That's a dumb hit, dude. Yeah, that's the one I saw. That's garbage, dude. Yeah, it accomplished nothing. Like, you still lose. You're still 2 points down. Like, you were just hitting him for the sake of hitting him. Like, you're a dick. Unbelievable. That dude should be, like, straight suspended, because that's shenanigans. Hopefully that guy's okay, because he got smacked. That dude got hit. And it was a high hit too, shit. That sucks. That really sucks. Holy heck, man. That's the kind of stuff you don't like to see at all in hockey. Like, it's okay to like hit people on the wall as long as you're going for the puck, but just like hitting people for the sake of hitting people, like he already scored by the time you got there. Right? Like, he didn't stop anything. Like, you would have been better diving with his stick out, trying to block the shot on goal instead of like hitting the dude hella late. Like, there are much better things you could have done. You know? That shit sucks, dude. Oh my gosh, this spike. There's spike. I'm probably gonna watch like the Stanley Cup playoffs, or not the playoffs, but the final. I really haven't been watching any of the playoff games. Have there been any good games? Like, is there anything I should be watching? Like a particular set, or is it like almost over at this point? I've been like watching baseball and watching the Giants get absolutely... Yeah, yeah, exactly. You need a flick of the wrist emote? Yeah. That's a good idea. Let me write that one down. Flick of the wrist emote. Because there's a Kakusho fry. A flick of the wrist emote. Ghost Fisher. Flick of the wrist. Yeah, there does need to be a flick of the wrist emote. A flick of the wrist. Because Boo is such a booger. It just sucks. I'm so strapped for emote slots. Like, it feels bad. Flick of the wrist. Yeah. Kakusho wrist or something. Yeah, exactly, Hobo, though. Yeah. There's a lot of other things that could have been done besides hitting a dude hella late. Flick of the wrist. It's like, there's nothing I could do about that. The ghost just instant turns around. Like, I can't just jump over it. Like, I don't know. Maybe there's a way to manipulate it or something, I don't know. Oof. Ugh. I'm trying to figure out like different ways to where I can not be put in that situation, right? So like where I'm not in this situation where if the boo decides to flick the wrist, I'm screwed. Ugh. Oh my gosh. Ah! Boo, please! Boo! There we go. Cool. Oh my gosh! Holy heckaroonies. So ESO is a bug fest, huh? The new expansion. I mean, I'm not surprised. Like, if it's a brand new expansion, there's always just a ton of bugs, like, no matter what game. It's always a blow-up. Oh. The skeleton took 10 minutes to spawn? Ouch. That really sucks. Is that because, like, everybody's trying to do the same quest kind of thing? I know that that's kind of a thing in WoW right now. Is that, like, everybody's, like, in the same zone and it's just an absolute nightmare. That's why I'm not worried about being max level right now. Because, like, if I was, I would, like, be trying to, like, fight through the quests. But I guess, like, the server launch really wasn't that bad. It was pretty clean. I mean, there wasn't, like, on my server, we didn't have any queue times. And, like, it was already full, you know? So they increased server capacity, which is super nice. Yeah, I mean, it was full the other day. And when I logged in yesterday at like 5 or so, it was like still full, but there was no queue time, so that's really nice. Whereas like anytime I try and play Final Fantasy XIV, no matter what time of day I have the queue. It's not very big, but it's just like, all right. Well, also another thing with Final Fantasy XIV is that like, yeah, queue simulator. Well, what's weird is about the game is it actually doesn't, like from what I've seen, it doesn't kick you for being inactive. Like you can just be AFK for days and it's like, all right, that's fine. No worries. Which like, wow, if you're AFK for like 20 minutes, you get kicked off the server. But I was AFK for like an hour and I was still logged in. And I was like, all right, sure. Okay. Well, yeah, that makes sense, you know. Pre-pandemic, FF14 didn't have queues. I mean, it depends on the server. But yeah, I mean, like, I'm playing on Gilgamesh right now on Aether Data Center. It's pretty populated, so that's not a big deal, though. Like, it only takes, like, a couple minutes to get through, so it's not a big deal at all. You know? So I have no problem with it. Look at the wrist. Yo, Zonk, how you doing? How you doing tonight, Avatar? Yeah, Final Fantasy 14 is I'm playing like basically. Yo, never give up. 48 months.
Streak, cat jam.
Streak. Yo, 48 months. Holy heckaroonies. Let's go, dude. Hell yeah. Yo, thank you so much, Mooth, for the continued support. Cat jam. So hopefully everybody's doing wonderful tonight. Yeah, buddy! Let's go. Yo, so I bought some furniture sliders to put under my CRT because I don't want to get rid of it, but I also don't want it to be in the middle of my room. And like it worked wonders. 'Cause that thing does not slide. It's like over 100 pounds. It's pretty crazy. You need a moose jam? Or you can hire an artist very easily on Twitter. You just have to find an artist that like you like their art kind of thing. I mean, if you ask around, I'm pretty sure you can find somebody you'd be able to commission pretty easily. So yeah, the plan tonight is we're gonna do like 4-ish hours of this game, unless I'm just like absolutely decimating levels. And then we're gonna play some Waterworld. That's the plan, because like grinding my wheels for 8 hours is pretty poopy doo-doo, so that's the plan. Things are going okay, not too bad. Not really much to complain about. I was watching a Giants baseball game from yesterday, and we were like down 8. It was like 8-0 in the like 4th inning. So I just turned it off. I'm like, nah. It's not happening. Not today. Like, I'm not gonna even bother watching it. It's like, I probably should have like gone ahead. Like, say for example, like skip all the way ahead, right? And like, oh, what's the score? Is it still like, is it decent or what? Maybe I could have just checked the final score and been like, all right, if it's close, all right, that's cool. I'll watch it. If not, if it's still a blow, if it's still 8-0 in like the 9th inning, I don't care. Like, it's a disaster. I mean, it makes sense, right? Yeah, I'm all about that. That's tight. Hell yeah, dude. Let's go. I mean, there's like a Pride game, coming up on like the 25th or something like that. Something like that. I mean, being in San Francisco, it tracks. It makes sense, you know? It makes a lot of sense. Oh, man. Yeah. I mean, like, they've been talking about it a lot on... like, during the games and stuff, so... That's pretty cool. Taking some ibuprofen. My freaking back is pissed right now. I don't know why. I think I slept in it wrong. I don't know. Yeah, so we got that W in that baby game though. I wish that's how it works. I might have done it by moving that TV. That might have been it too, actually. Put that TV on the furniture sliders and shit. Oh, man. Maybe. I'm getting old, dude. Too many green olives? Yeah. Too many, I had to do the lemon pepino, I think. Whatever it's called. What is it called? Pique lemon? Yeah, I had to do 2 of those yesterday. That was poopy doo-doo. Too many green olives? Yeah, there is. There's absolutely such a thing as too many green olives. Ugh. Garbo. I'm gonna try and grab the purple ones next time. Or see if those are any good. 'Cause yeah, I mean, it's just like, olives really aren't my thing. Like, I know they're like fancy and stuff, but I don't get it. Yeah, there's purple olives. They're like Kalamata or something like that. I know, like, my old store had, like... You think those are grapes? I have no idea, dude. They might not be olives. I mean, I like grapes. Grapes are fine. I like raisins. I like, you know... Everything about grapes are good. Pickled grapes, though? Or, like, brined grapes? I don't know, that sounds kind of sketchy. We'll see, though. I gotta kind of, Yo, Jorge, thank you so much for the luck. Today was pretty good. Not too bad. Not so much to complain about. I watched the Giants get destroyed in a baseball game yesterday, so that was cool. Man. But I gotta lower the stuff on the wheel. There's too much stuff on the wheel right now. So I'm gonna let some stuff run out. And then it might make a comeback at some point. So if it runs out, it's just gone. Right now. It's like I'm spending too much money on the wheel. gotta dial it back. Where am I from? I'm from California. Oh, the booty, but she's clapping my face. You going to lurk mode? Alright, Moose. Have a good lurk, my dude. Try and get that sleep. Yo, get that interview, my dude. Hell yeah. Yeah, being up before 9:30 is a blow up. The only reason I'm awake before 9:30 is because I'm up at like 7 a.m. Am I a 420 surfer skater boy? Aren't all Californians? Woo! Yo, Mana Dream with the raid. Let's heckin' go. Raid! Yo, Mana Dream, thank you so much for the raid. Heck yeah. Hopefully you had a wonderful stream. Radical, bro. Yeah, I'm from California. Obviously I surf. I hang 10. Catching that nar. Yo, Mana Dream. Hopefully you had a wonderful stream today. Thank you so much for the raid. Heck yeah. Let's go. Totes tubular brat. Bruh. Yeah, man. Go crush some gnarly curls, bruh. Nightmare Cafe, yeah, it's freaking Lush making so many of those hacks. Lush is single-handedly gonna push 500 Kaizo hacks this year. Catch some of that Narnar? Yeah, dude. Slow down, Lush! Stop making so many hacks! I have to play all of them, dang it! We'll get there eventually. I have picked up some easier hacks to play on the side of like harder ones, like the ROM hack races usually aren't too bad, but there's some other ones I like checked out Katan's guide for difficulty and like getting an idea of like how hard hacks are, and I picked some easy ones. So we can have something to like, oh, I'm getting dominated in Barb. Okay, let's play this easy hack so I can feel good. Yeah, Nightmare Cafes look really cool. Definitely looking forward to playing them. I still have to play Sweet and Sour by Lush. That's like on my list. How's Grand Poo World going today? I mean, we've gotten to room 4, and that's my PB, so I think I have an idea for how to beat room 4, or at least the first jump. Like, we'll go from there. So maybe it's going okay. I've only been doing it for like 40 minutes, so not too bad. But yeah, we're gonna do this for like 4 hours. And then we're gonna do something else. Probably Waterworld. Yeah, I'm like still warming up. Just like, you know, just chilling mainly. Trying to figure out why this boo hates me. Yeah. Waterworld looks really good. I've been excited about that since it came out on the 15th. And I've like just been doing Barb. Doing this game so much. But I figure that, like, I'm at the point in this game where a lot of levels are just really grindy. And, like, if I don't get it in the first, like, 4 hours, I'm probably not getting it, to be honest. So, if I'm, like, if I don't get it halfway or, like, any progress at all, I'm just gonna swap over. That's the plan anyway. So, like, yeah, if I'm not making any progress after, like, 4 hours, I'm just gonna change. Because there's, like, there's so many hacks I have to get through that, like, just grinding this one doesn't really make sense. So I guess everybody's blaming me for getting Link Dead X2 hooked back on MMOs. They're right, but I mean, like... got Eldad playing World of Warcraft Classic with me. Hell yeah, dude, let's go. Let's go! I'm telling you, the classic draw is real. I love it. It's a good game. Good old game. Yeah. Nothing like playing a game from like, 15 years ago. Yeah, we're doing, they just released Burning Crusade for it, on Tuesday. Although, like, my new character is only level 40, so, like, I can't even do it yet, but... I really enjoy the game in general. Like, it's a lot nicer. You don't level, like, crazy fast like you do in retail. You can do, like, 1 or 2 dungeons at, like, super high and level up, which is freaking insane. Like, retail is just like a whole nother can of worms. It's like, or a whole nother beast. It's like, a lot of the game doesn't start until you get to the end game. And before that, like, it doesn't really matter. It's kind of weird. But even then, like, the Shadowlands endgame is just so sparse right now. Because how long is the endgame? There's a lot of stuff to do. Like, there's the raid, there's mythic dungeons, there's the like the Maw, the Torghast to like get your legendary and that kind of stuff, which is fine. But they haven't had a content update in WoW for like 8 months now. That's pretty bad. Like, released in November, it's July now, or it's June, and they haven't released a content update at all. So it's the same stuff we've had. Yeah, exactly. That's why I kind of fell off the retail train, because it's like, wow, this is boring. Like, this is legitimately boring, you know? What is this button? That's the cool kid button.
What is this button?
Yo, well, thank you so much for the continued support, Hindenburg. Hell yeah, dude. You don't know I don't break the keyboard yet? Well, controllers are very expensive, Jorge. Finding a good controller, like a good PCB, is very hard, and I want to baby this one. Yo, what's up, Sabako? How you doing? Thank you so much for the luck. Oh! Yeah, this controller is, like, so expensive. I think I ended up spending like 70 or 80 bucks on this, just this controller. It was like brand new, I guess. It's super nice, but I probably need to replace the rubber inside of it, like the D-pad and stuff. Yo, Halcyon, how you doing today? Yeah, it's a Super Famicom controller. Yeah, it's an actual Super Famicom controller. It's not like a redone like Nintendo, which you can fit the buttons into the Nintendo one. It doesn't matter, right? Yo, the race last night was sick. That was a good game. I don't know how the hell I won. Yeah, I have another really nice controller. But I think I swapped the rubber out on that one, and I think it's got a really stiff one. I know this is taken like really out of context, but like the D-pad rubber is very stiff, so it's a lot more tiring on my hands to actually use. So I gotta look into buying some extra ones. And it's like, it's only the D-pad that I really need. That's like the one that gets the most work. Like if I get a couple button ones, I'd probably be okay. I can probably just, you know, kind of cannibalize those from other controllers. Because I have a lot of controllers that are just, you know, busted. Like the shoulder buttons don't work or something like that, which isn't great for these games. Like you don't need shoulder buttons for this game, for Kaizo, because usually it's disabled. But there are a couple that it isn't. And also, if I want to play like Super Metroid or something, Super Metroid is very important to have shoulder buttons. Plus, you can't aim up. Feels bad. Yeah, I can't believe I won that race. Like, because I got to 5 early. Then Eldad ran past me, and then got stuck on 6, and then I just bodied 6. Got into 7, and then kind of spun my wheels for a little bit. But I ended up taking the win. Like, that's crazy. It was super close. I think it was like, ended up being like 10 minutes or so apart. It really wasn't that far. Kaku getting those W's. Let's go. Let's heckin' go. I gotta figure out what game we're gonna play next week. I'm almost thinking of like picking a game that'll be quick and maybe have Eldad pick a game too. So maybe we can do 2 races. I don't know. I'll see how he feels about that. Because the game I want to kind of play is Samurai Pizza Cats. So kind of want to check it out. Gotta go wide. Yeah, we'll see if he wants to do something like that. But I mean, like, Samurai Pizza Cats would be fun. Umahara Kawase would be good too. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. I mean, there's always Mario Party. Rental randos for Pokemon Stadium, although those are multiple week races. Like, for sure. Yeah, I mean, like, it actually wasn't bad. Like, surprisingly enough. I thought it was gonna be way worse. I mean, it's kind of bad, but it really wasn't that bad. It was acceptable. The magic rattle and the baby being very sad whenever you swung the rattle. Like, very displeased. Like, I don't get it. That baby was so mad to do anything. But overall, I mean, fun race. Fun race. I don't know how many times we fought the pig. There's so many pig fights. Holy crap. Like, the pig fight was like 90% of the boss fights. Pig is too strong. Bow, 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 bow. But then I voted on Eldad to beat Mario in Mario Golf. I'm pretty sure Eldad lost twice. All my channel points gone. Rip. That's what I get for believing in Eldad. Jeez. Let's be honest though, Mario's a cheater. On like the hardest hole, he gets like an eagle. So garbage. And he's guaranteed to get the eagle on that hole. It's disgusting. Mario's a heckin' cheater, man. It could be like 20 miles an hour wind blowing sideways, and Mario will still nail it. It's rigged. That's absolutely rigged. That hole is rigged. I gotta get my Mario Golf on for you bet against Eldad versus DK. Did Eldad beat Mario yesterday, Sabako? I might not have lost all my channel points. Oh, third try? Yeah, I lost all my channel points, rip. Oh. Yeah, I gotta play some Mario Golf and get ready for the 25th. That's when the new game comes out. I'm super excited. Hopefully Eldad and I can do like a co-op stream or something of it. Because I was watching it and there's like a whole speedrun mode where you gotta go fast. There's a battle mode for golf. That sounds hecka fun. Like I'm really looking forward to this Mario Golf game. It looks absolutely insane. Also, I get to play as a charging Chuck. Let's go. Are you kidding me? Charging Chuck, Boo, or Bomb King? Let's go. Heck everybody else. Yeah, I need my Mario Golf on. So y'all can see how bad I am at the game. I'm really bad at Mario Golf. But I gotta learn the strats. I gotta learn the techniques. How to be good at Mario Golf 101. Rush Golf looks fun. Yeah, Speed Golf looks really, really cool. I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, the game overall looks really good. It's only a 5 GB file, so that's nice. I gotta check how much space I have on my Switch. Yo, thanks, Twig. Hell yeah, dude. Yo, baby win gang. Dude, that spike sucks so much. So much bootay. So much bootay. Yo, that baby game was pretty heckin' fun though. Like, I was excited. I mean, it was a decent game. Like, I was giving it mess because, you know, I can, but... Yo, thanks, Spud. I was trying to think of, like, what we want to play next week. Ah! Remove Fishing Boo! I agree. Fishing Boo sucks. What's up, LCC? How you doing today? Fishing Boo is a butt. Look at her wrist. It's like nothing I could do about that. Just Fishing Boo gonna steamroll me, I guess. Jeez Louise. Yeah, this one's tough. I'm not particularly great at 5-room castles. Like, honestly, I'm really bad at these. Like, doing 5 things in a row perfectly is, like, really rough for me. I don't know why, but it, like, always has been. Like, no matter the game. Yeah, House of Foss, 33 hours, let's go. I mean, I hope not. This is like 5 levels, so it's not 6. That 6th level really sucked. Like, that just added on to the pain. Then again, I had like no business playing Pango World, honestly, at that point. Oh no, it's not as bad as House of Foss for sure. Like room 3 isn't bad, room 1 isn't bad, room 2 sucks because of the fishing boo, but if the fishing boo would stop just flicking the wrist every time, like it'd be fine. Yeah, House of Foss is really, really hard. And that was like my 3rd Kaizo hack too, so it's like... It didn't help. You know? I'm thinking I might be able to hit this Chuck and like have him charge out, but... I feel like that's also a blow up. I do want to run back Pango World at some point later in my career of Kaizo games. I think that would be nice. Like running it back and like seeing how much I've improved. Hopefully beating the game in much less than 80 hours. It's like nothing I can do. I can't land different. Fishing boog and a fish, I guess. We haven't even seen room 5, which is kind of scary. Hopefully room 5 isn't bad, but I gotta figure out, like, I think I have an idea for room 4. Like for the first jump. Oh my gosh. I imagine there's probably a trick to manipulating this fishing boo so that the boo doesn't do that. But I have not solved that mystery. Fishing boo is indeed a doo-doo head? Yeah. Yo, Trisha, how you doing? One thing doesn't flick. Oh my gosh. I guess I gotta assume that the boo isn't gonna flick the wrist. You know? Yeah, fishing boo is very rude. Absolutely. What a rude fishing boo. I guess I technically touched the corner and then lost spin jump and died. I guess, something like that, I don't know. Bwah, bwah. Bwah, bwah. Probably could have made that. I mean, maybe I gotta not go so fast? The final boss, that is the door. Jeez, Liz. What are my plans after Grand Prix World 1? Ideally Grand Prix World 2. That's the plan, right? Because I'm trying to get ready for Grand Prix World 3 whenever that comes out. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of split up the game, so I'm not going to be just grinding this game for 8 hours anymore. Like I've been talking about it a little bit, like after I play this game for like 4 hours or so, if like I'm still not getting anywhere, I'm gonna play some Waterworld, because like I really want to check it out. And also that'll help me, like, you know, get some more hacks under my belt at the same time while playing this, so this is gonna be nice. Because, like, you know, just grinding this level for like 8 hours a day is really lame. Like, it's not fun. Or like any level, right? I mean, like, you know, I want to get progress in these games, but I feel like after a certain amount of time of playing them, like, I'm not gonna get any progress. Like, the chances of me getting progress is so much more slim at a certain point, you know? Yeah, Waterworld looks really cool. I'm just kind of worried about that secret exit that Baba Yaga was talking about. I wonder if I can hit this check. I don't think so, but... because apparently there's, like, a super secret exit that, like, you can only get if, like, you do, like, a lot of exploring and stuff, so... kind of worried about that. So I may have to either ask Baba Yaga or look it up. Secret puzzle. I mean, I like puzzles. It depends, like, what it's all about. It really depends. You know. So, we'll see. I know I have to complete it, so whether or not I look up the solution, I guess, is like something totally different. Ideally, I do want to solve it though, for sure. Like that'd be cool. 'Cause I mean, I really do like puzzles. fireball, jeez Louise. That fireball! Oof. Oh, come on. Wah, wah. Ugh. This Chuck is such a bully. Like, if this Spike is the real MVP, that Spike, like, right underneath next to the Chuck, I know it makes it so you can't bounce off the Chuck and just cheese it. Like, that's for sure. But it also makes that curve, like, that much more difficult, too. Like, it tracks why it's there. It just, surprisingly for, like, making it anti-cheese, that does make it quite a bit more difficult. Because the blocks are square for killing, which is weird. Like, you think you'd have a tighter movement there, but you don't. That flick of the wrist, man. I have a feeling that it's actually Barb. Like, Barb custom coded his face behind this fishing boo. And it's just like a laughing gif. Like, every time you die in the fishing boo, it's just a laughing gif behind it. I could see Barb doing that. Yeah, I want to get Grand Poo World 1 and 2 finished so I can be ready for Grand Poo World 2. Or Grand Poo World 3 when it comes out. Because that's going to be really exciting. I definitely want to play that, like, right when it comes out. I want to play that, for sure. Like, I think that'll be a ton of fun. Get some of that exposure. Like, I think that'll be really good. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. I've seen a couple levels, but like, I have no idea how it's gonna work out. And I'm actually trying to avoid, you know, if he's working in Lunar Magic, trying to watch his stream, because I really do like going into games blind. I'd rather have no knowledge of a game than like going in and knowing everything. Because that way, like, you know, I feel like I'm getting the real experience. I know, like, everybody's different. That's not everybody's point of view. And that makes sense. Yo, pet the dog. Let's go. Oh my gosh, Lily. Come here. Lily, no. Yeah. Let it go, get the millipedes. Yeah, 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 yeah. Get the millipedes. Yeah, 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 yeah. Get the millipedes. Millipedes, millipedes. Yeah, 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 yeah. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, Yillers? Hmm? Oh, he's a good girl. Yeah, he's a good girl. Yeah. You are. Yeah. Yeah. Good doggo. Yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see, like, even what's in Grand Prix World 2. Like, because the only thing I've seen is the, like, some of the boss. Like, some of the Bowser fight, and that looks absolutely insane, but... I don't know. Keeping up with hacks as they come out is impossible. There's, like, no way. There's too many hacks that come out, and it's like, oh, alright, let's play that, right? I mean, I guess I could, but... I don't know. That might be the play, and then, like, work on older hacks, I guess. That might be the thing to do. So if like a new hack comes out, like take a break and beat that hack and go back to playing like the old hack I was playing or whatever. We'll see. It's all like, that's all stuff that I'm still like working on, like planning wise and whatnot. I'm going right. I'm just like homing into that fireball. Want me out, fireball? I feel like a mosquito to a lamp, you know, to like a light. Just strangely drawn to it. It's so pretty. Just swing out more. What am I doing? This is not the plan. It's fine, it worked out. Winging it, as you do. There we go. Alright, so I have to be like really close to the wall for that throw. Like, I have to be super close to the wall. Basically, I want to be so close to that wall, so inside two tiles. Because I don't want to shell jump off of it. I want to bounce off of it on the bottom. So I have to get really, really close to that wall, I guess. Or I guess I could do a back throw, but I want to try the close wall throw first. And see if that works. The back throw might be the play, though. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just trying to think about this one because, like, if I throw it at the normal time, I'm just gonna get bopped. I'm gonna bounce off of it once and then not be in position and just die. Like, I have to bounce off of it lower and to the right. That's like why I'm thinking it's a back throw, but I don't know. Did I beat Mystical Ninja 64? Yeah, I did. I beat it. It's a really good game. That'll be up on YouTube hopefully in the next day or so. Yeah, that game was really good. Mystical Ninja is great. Yo, AOD! How you doing? Yo, good morning, good morning. Hopefully you're having a good day so far. How long was it? It's about 7 hours. Like 7 or so hours, 7 or 8 hours. It's really not that bad. Like, it depends on... it depends on how long you spend in, like, the 4th dungeon, the circus, or whatever the hell. Like, that place sucks, but other than that, like, it's pretty straightforward. It's a really good game. Like, I would definitely recommend it. It's a fun game. It's fun how silly it is. Like, it's a very silly game. Like, there's straight up laugh tracks in the game. Like, that's so dumb, but it's funny. Oh, the Impact songs? Yeah. Well, there's this one place, it's like a big circus tent. And it sucked because it was like, it's such a long level, there's multiple parts, and it's very circular. So it's really hard to tell where you are. Like, it's very difficult to tell where you are. That's like the biggest thing. It's like, it's not, everything looks the same. And like, it took me a long time before I could find the map, which was also a disaster. But yeah, Cog, the impact scenes were the best. Oh my gosh, the impact scenes were so good. I loved it. The impact scenes were so good. Dash, dash, dash! Impact is so ridiculous. I haven't played the SNES game. I want to, though. You remember renting that as a 9 or 10-year-old and being so confused? Yeah, it was great. I mean, I'm a huge fan of mechas, like, in general. So, like, giant robots are my thing. And just, that's, like, super cool, like cool beans kind of thing, you know? Yeah. No, I definitely gotta play the other Mystical Ninja games, because it's really good. It's a ton of fun. There are a lot of Goemon games outside of the US. It's just, if only I could find like a translation for it or something, like a translation patch. Yo, Dragonfire, how you doing? Like, if I could find a translation patch, then that'd be really cool. Hiya, Sparkle. Hiya! Jeez Louise. How you doing today, Sparkle? There's 2 for NES and 3 for Super Nintendo? Dang, there's a lot of going on games. Yo, there you go. Heck yeah, Dragonfire, let's go. There's 20 to 25 total? Holy crap. What the heck? Holy heckaroonies. I didn't think there was that many. That's pretty crazy. What the heck? There's so many Goemon games. Yo. I have to do a Goemon game, like, series or something. Yo, you got a burger, you had to act? I feel you. Like, the only thing I like from McDonald's is freaking their fries, that's it. Like, everything else is so meh. Their fries are fire, though. Like, that's what McDonald's got everybody beat on, is their fries. Although, I would say, like, if you've had, like, Shake Shack, like, their fries give McDonald's a run for the money. They're, like, crinkle fries, so good. Holy. Also, Five Guys is pretty good, too, with the Cajun fries. Oh, absolutely, Dragonfire. Yeah. Is Crinkle for bottom tier, dude? They're so good. Holy crap! I don't care what kind of fries you have. Like, they do them perfect. Just chef's kiss, dude. Who thinks they want some crinkle cut fries today? Me. Unbelievable, Hindenburg. Hi-ya, dude. You don't really like McDonald's fries? I mean, that's fair. I guess. Who is #1 in Fry Gang then, Trisha? Who's your #1 Fry Gang? If you even like French fries, I guess. Rallies? I've never had rallies. Thick fries with the peel still on? Okay. So like a classic, like steak fries that aren't like peeled and all that jazz. Okay. It's like a natural steak fry. Rallies is Pog? I've never even heard of Rallies. I really wish we had Arby's curly fries. Okay, I can respect that. Arby's curly fries aren't too bad. Raleigh's only in the south. That's fair. I wish we had a Culver's here in Cali. Holy crap, dude. If we had a Culver's, that'd be hands down better than DQ. The Dairy Queen is a blow up in compared to Culver's. Like when I was in Arizona, we went there for a week. Culver's is gross because crinkle? Bruh, they have cheese curds. They have delicious, oh my god. Yeah, dude, cheese curds are ridiculous. Culver's is an absolute, hands down, amazing place, but there's none in California. Like, I'd have to go to Arizona again to get that. Big Buford combo. Yeah, I mean, there's like a local place next to me that's really good, like within like 5 minutes. Wendy's overall is fire. Like Wendy's burgers are on point. In-N-Out's a blow up. I don't care what anybody says. In-N-Out is absolute trash. I've had In-N-Out like twice and I hated it both times. Like, it's just... It's a disaster. In-N-Out's not good. I don't get it. Like, I don't get people. If I want fries that literally gonna taste like crap, like 5 seconds after they pass the counter, like you have to like maul your fries like on the counter, like before you even get to your seat. And it's like the only way they're gonna be good. Burger's alright. In-N-Out Burger does not, it's not good. It's like only in Cali. Yo, Shake Shack is fire. Shake Shack is hella fire. My partner and I went to one and we got like the Portobello burger. So good. Oh my god. Also, I got like a strawberry rhubarb shake. It was so good. It was so stupid. Like, nothing even compared. It was hella good. It was more expensive, which, like, tracks, but it was really, really good. Yeah, In-N-Out's, like, always slammed, but I don't get it. Like, I really don't get it. In-N-Out's not great. I mean, like, I would say Whataburger in Texas is definitely better than In-N-Out. And Whataburger is just basically upscale McDonald's. Like, let's be honest. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I've got opinions. Shake Shack has fire fries though. That's another thing I like about like Five Guys is that they do their own fries too. It's like not pre-packed or anything. They do it right there. Everything is upscale compared to McDonald's. I mean, I get what you're saying. I would say KFC is not upscale for McDonald's. I say KFC is a blow up. KFC is dumpster food, in my opinion. I'm not a fan of KFC. Ugh. I've tried KFC a couple times and it's just never been great. Kuaina? McDonald's diners? Yeah, KFC wasn't even good before Popeyes. Popeyes is OD. Popeyes is ridiculous. Popeyes got chicken sandwich on lock now too. Have you tried their chicken sandwiches at Popeyes? Oh my god. That shit is OD. That shit is cracked. Oh my gosh. We used to have a Church's, but then they closed down. So we don't have a Church's anymore in Lizzie. So I can't try for Church's. That was when I was a lot younger. We only have a Popeyes, and like Popeyes cracked. Like, my last meal, if I was in prison on death row, my last meal would straight to be Popeyes. Like, yo, hit me up with that 2-piece and a biscuit, you know? Yo, Sackett, how you doing? Look, I'm just saying, man, you know, Popeyes is lit. I love Popeyes. You talking, man, I'm a big dude. I love fried chicken. Say less. I've tried making fried chicken. I can't do it. Like, yeah, anything beats KFC. KFC's a blow up. I'm not a fan of KFC. Like, I don't like their 11 herbs and spices bullshit. It tastes like crap. And then they give you a glass of warm water? Dude, throw it out. Throw out the whole thing, dude. Tell them to do it again. I would just throw that water back at them. I'll take this water to hell with me. Like, get out of here, dude. Couldn't even give me a Coke or anything? What are we doing? Like, I've even had, like, Yeah, no, the only way I would try KFC again is because they got like extra crispy chicken or whatever. Like, I would try that. But yeah, their soggy skin. Like, I've tried their baked chicken. And like, it was so ass. I tried baked chicken and it was like, it was super dry. And it was like, oh, this is gross. I gave him a shot. I really did. Like, I tried KFC, but just nah, it's nasty. I know, right, Sackett? You're not one of those people that put cheese on your ice cream, right? I don't get that. Who here puts cheese on their ice cream? I think it's only people in like Wisconsin. Or like a lot of the like northern middle states. I don't get that. You've seen cheese on apple pie? I don't get that at all. Yeah, people put like American cheese, which isn't even cheese, on pie. Like, what are we doing here? That sounds so bad. I can't do it. People in Wisconsin are legally required to put cheese on pie? That's weird. Yeah, it's a weird thing. Savory sweet thing? Yeah, cheese on the pie. So like, you get the pie out of the oven and you like serve it up and you slap a slice of American cheese on it. Like super processed crappy cheese. To be fair though, American cheese is like something you crave every once in a while. That's because you're like, your heart gets that thing like, oh, I want to die faster. So you're like, all right, American cheese it is. It's something about salty and sweet. Like, I get it, but that sounds disgusting. Cheese is drugs? I agree. I like cheese. Cheese is really good. My partner and I definitely go on, like, cheese trips. It's actually pretty good with hard cheddar. I don't know. I'm not a fan of sharp cheddar, like, at all. Like, sharp cheddar is a no-go for me. It's too much. That's just me thing. I like just like medium cheddar. Extra sharp, yeah, that's too much for me. But I do like blue cheese, which is also hilarious and contradictory. But like, if I've had like blue cheese, I've had like goat blue cheese or like Humboldt Fog. So good. Oh my god. Gotta have a bit of kick. I mean, one day I'll probably try like sharp cheddar and pie and then like realize my whole life is messed up, but you know, until that day, I'm gonna shit on cheese on pie. That seems weird. Colby Drive-In. Yo, mozzarella sticks, yeah, and fried cheese curds, yeah. I wish the store near me would sell cheese curds again so we can do like some ghetto California poutine. Black and blue burgers for the 4th? Let's go, dude. I gotta think of what I'm gonna do for the 4th of July. Gotta do something. Probably a barbecue sounds good, actually. What day is the 4th of July? Figure that out. Yeah, Colby Jack. Yeah. A banana with a slice of cheese? Sunday? Okay. That's not too bad. That's a casual day, so I don't need to actually plan anything. So, we'll see. I'll probably do some sort of grilling. Grilling or something. The 4th of July is on July 4th! Oh! Got him. That's true. That's true. That is very true. Isn't it a Friday? I have a calendar on my computer. Like, come on. It is a Sunday. Are you high? Yes, you're high on life. High on Kaizo. A banana with slice of cheese, huh? What type of cheese are we talking? Like cheddar or? Unless you're talking about June 4th. June 4th isn't even Friday, is it? Oh, no, it is. Shh. Don't even worry about it. I haven't lost track of days at all. Nah, just American. I mean, that's fair. You want pork steak that day? Also, you haven't had poutine in ages? I need to make some poutine. It's too early to lose my mind. Why? An hour and a half into the stream, Kaku's already losing his mind? I mean, this is pretty standard, isn't it? You did try it with provolone once? Are you supposed to use like cheddar or something, or? Because I have bananas, and I do have cheddar. I feel like this is gonna be a weird combo. Watermelon salad with feta? I like all meat, Sackett. Like, are you talking like pork chops? Is that what you're referring to, Sackett? I don't think I've ever heard of anything referred to as pork steak. Like, I know country ribs, pork chops. There's like lots of other cuts, but... A slice of American? Okay, I don't know. Pork steak? I don't know if I've ever bought pork steak. You don't like provolone? I mean, provolone... It's hard to get good provolone. Like, you gotta get provolone that's stinky. It's got a smell to it. Like, that's how you know it's good provolone. In my opinion, like, my old job used to have some really good provolone. Yeah, pork chops are fire. I like pork chops. I'd have to look up pork steak. I have no idea what that is. Look it up real quick. I'm running a stream, Sackett. Google it for me. Google it for me. Do me a favor. I'm running the stream, dude. I gotta just stop streaming to look up pork steak. What the heck? Go to Google it for me, and then like have a link that automatically Googles it for me or something. I don't know. I think that still exists. Pork chops and sauerkraut? Huh. That ain't pretty good. Yo, pet the dog. Healers. Lily. Lily. Come on. Lily. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tube steak? Is that like steak that you like squeeze out of a tube? Yo, Mr. Mez. I like my provolone extra stinky. Yo, thanks. Nice! Yo, Mr. Mez, thanks for the raid. Oh, okay. Alright, you like your hot dogs. Yo, provolone extra stinky? Look, if your provolone ain't got a smell to it, get out. It's not real provolone. Come on. Fresh provolone got a little stank to it. It's got a little stinky stink. You know what I'm saying? But Mr. Mez, thank you so much for the raid. Heck yeah, let's go. Tube steak. Another baby game. I mean, this isn't really a baby game. Epicurious pork. Cannot get / pork. Yo, rip. Provolone. Provolone's fire. Yo, that's pretty sick, Trisha. Hell yeah. There's like this one, I clicked your link, it didn't work. Cannot get pork. There's this one like really small shop we ran into, like little cheese shop. And like they had all kinds of like blue cheese. It was so good. I was in heaven. Like there was like they had like a beginner intro blue cheese that was like, it was blue cheese, but it was just very mild. Like it wasn't like, you know, when you eat blue cheese and your mouth gets hella dry. It's not that goodness. It's not like that hard, but it was super good. I love me some mold, is what I'm saying. As long as it's the right mold. Pretty fire. Like, I'm not a fan of brie. Like, brie is one cheese I can't get into. I don't get that. Brie just tastes like dirt. I mean... UAH! Here's my first hundo biddies! Yo, thank you so much. You win! Yeah, I can't get into brie. That's not my jam. It seriously just tastes kind of like dirt, like to me. Yeah. It is what it is. My partner likes brie. I'm not a fan. Munster cheese is the best cheese? I agree with that one. Munster cheese is like fire. Munster is so good. This game is evil? Yeah, it's pretty evil. We're on a 5-room castle that hates me. Munster cheese is like that creamy cheddar, almost. It's super good on like everything. It melts well. Munster is just fire all around. Like I didn't learn about Munster until I worked in a deli. Munster grilled cheese, yeah. Like I've done like Havarti is another great cheese that melts well. That one's really good. I'm a huge fan of smoked Gouda. Smoked Gouda is like my weakness. So yeah, Havarti's really good. What to do with pork steaks? They look like pork chops! Pork steaks are thinly sliced steaks from the shoulder of the pig. Pork steaks are also technically called pork blade steaks or Boston butts. Boston butts! What do you do with pork steaks? I mean... It's just a steak of pork. I probably like it. Grilled cheese casserole made out of a bunch of grilled cheese. So you just make a bunch of grilled cheese sandwiches and then cube them up and then put them in a pan and then put more cheese on them. I don't see the downside to this. Besides, I mean, the fact that you're probably gonna die like 20 years early, but I would do it. Your dad slow grills it and it's freaking fire? Yeah. I need to do another brisket. I haven't done a brisket in a hot minute. I might try and do that for the 4th of July. Brisket is so good. Yeah. 10 grilled cheese sandwiches. It's the best thing ever. They got shut down because they didn't pay the property tax. Nobody hacks with the IRS. They'll come and get you. A 10 cheese grilled cheese sandwich. I would buy that. That sounds great. That sounds fire. Let's go. Yeah, don't tax it. Don't evade the IRS for paying taxes. You will not win. Nobody ever beats the IRS. Pay your taxes. All right. Isn't 10 cheeses too much? I mean, it depends. It depends, Sparkle. Are they using 10 different types of cheese that don't work together? It'd probably be a blow up. Like, but if you use like a lot of cheeses that are similar, so like Munster cheddar, Munster cheddar, you could use like, I'm trying to think of some other stuff. But I think you can make it like, property taxes wouldn't be the IRS. I mean, it's what, state IRS? Yo, grilled cheese is fire. If they use like 10 different cheeses, like, they'd have to be careful about their selection. And I feel like they would have made good choices with that, Sparkle. It was enormous, but so good. Yeah, that sounds fire. That sounds super good. I don't know. I like blue cheese. I like feta. My partner and her family call it feet cheese. I don't even care. It's so good. I love feta cheese. Feta cheese is good. Blue cheese is good. Like, they're great. Grilled onion mushroom burger up north? Heck yeah, dude. Let's go. Yo, thanks, Morass. I really tried, dude. I really got out the gel this time and really, like, did up my hair. Grilled cheese pizza? What happens if we make a pizza, right? But then we put the pizza between two perfectly toasted pieces of bread and put cheese on the top and bottom. So we have a grilled pizza cheese. That actually sounds pretty okay, to be honest. I think we're just going like a roundabout way of making a calzone, though. Because that's pretty much what we're doing. Like a grilled cheese pocket. Grilled cheese crust back? Oh, I mean, like, cheese stuffed pizzas are a blow up. They usually use like low grade mozzarella and it's just a disaster. You don't think you've ever had a grilled cheese sandwich? I'm sorry, dude. Calzones are inferior to pizza? I don't know about that. That seems like fighting words. Grand Poo World is Kaizo Light, really? Yes, it is. It's beatable real time. The thing with Kaizo Light is the game has to be beatable real time without any save states, or slowdown, which is, it definitely is. It's just, you know, hard. Like, wait till you see Responsible World, and then you'll be saying like, wow, Grand Poo World's fine. That game's stupid. Grilled cheese are really good. Like, if you can even do like, you can do like a grilled cheese and like mix in like bacon, or I usually do like turkey or something with it. I mean, it's not technically a grilled cheese at that point, but you know, fight me. Whatever. Deep dish is lasagna with crust? Hey, Thing Glizzy, fight me. It's a pizza. It's a pizza or a pie. It's a pizza pie. I love deep dish pizzas. The fact that people can do Grand Poo World Deathless means a lot. Oh yeah, absolutely. This game is insane. If you can do this Deathless, that's freaking crazy. A lot of people skip this one though. They don't play Grand Poo World 1. Because this one is has a lot of difficulty spikes in it. Which is understandable. I mean, just go watch a VOD. Go watch a VOD. It hasn't been that long. Jeez Louise. Oh my gosh, I look like the same, just my head's brown. Gosh. Oh, Euro Place replaced it? Just draw someone with a Sharpie? No, I'm good. I love Euros. Oh, we didn't get Euros this week. Shit, we were supposed to. Damn it. It's been a whole 12 hours? Oh my god. I mean, I shaved my hair back. I like shaved my head back like last week, to be fair. So, I mean, look at the justification is my hair is already going. Like, I'm gonna lose my hair. It is a foregone conclusion. My hair has always been super thin. My dad had the horseshoe thing going on, right? Bald on top entirely, like kind of hanging on the sides. Screw it, I'm out. It's not a big deal to me. Like, I don't have a weird looking head, so it's all good. Oh yeah, my partner said if I shave my beard off, I'm sleeping on the couch until it grows back. I get that. Like, if I shave my beard off, I just look like a big baby. Can you imagine sleeping, Kislox? What the heck? Big baby stream when? For the low price of 10,000 US dollars, I will shave my beard on stream. 10,000 US dollars. I'll shave it for 10 grand. Shit, say less. How about 3 pesos? You driving a hard bargain here. Nah, $10,000. Yo, how you doing today? But yo, they have this, what I haven't had in a long time is, no, not a very small wheel percentage now. Yeah, that wheel is $1,000 to spin. I'm doing not too bad. We're grinding out Grand World People's Castle. It is what it is. Getting progress, kind of. Still haven't figured out room 4. No, I'm not shaving my, how about this? I'll shave my head on the wheel. Dude, I don't care. I'll bust out this. I'll shave my beard on camera right now. 10 G's? Say less. I'll go looking around like a big baby for 6 months or whatever. Questing in axe gear is fun. I bet, dude. Probably just trucking everything. What was I gonna say? Dang it. I don't know. I spaced it. I was gonna talk about something, but I totally forgot. Had a moment. Drop everything and play a game on the list. I mean, that's harder to do. My partner would hate me, but I'd also have 10 grand. I think it would be acceptable. Oh, so yeah, there's this Euro place next to us, or near us. They have like this, like lamb and beef gyro. Oh my goodness. Chef's kiss. It's so good. They make their own hummus too. Oh my god, they have this jalapeno hummus. Holy heckaries. Yeah, 10 grand makes a lot of things better. Absolutely. Moni, how you doing today? Hopefully you're having a good day. Heck yeah. Yeah, 10 G's is a lot. I mean, it's pretty good. Yeah, Gyros are really good. I'm not a huge fan of falafel. Like, falafel is alright. Like, I like falafel, but just like, it's really in your face, I guess, flavor-wise. Gyros? Yeah, Gyros are the best. Reubens are good? Hell yeah, Reuben brothers. Reubens are fire. Reubens are really good. I love rye bread. So, like, Reubens are just like peak fire. Last time you went to Greece, you had a gyro every day you were there? That sounds like the best idea. Like, that sounds like the plan. It's waking Euro time. You want a falafel with me? Yeah, I agree on that one. No, I'm checking this Twitter status. Damn, those look good. Whew. Yo, let's go. Are those? I was gonna say those look like Greek fries. Those look really good. That looks fire, Moni. Holy heck. What's falafel like? Like Hindenburg says, it's like it's usually as like a meat alternative in like gyros and stuff, but you can get it straight up. It's just like, it's like a little ball of like bread almost. It's fried, if I'm not mistaken, and I don't know, it's just, it's very spicy. Jesus juice. How you doing today, dude? Like, you would have to try it out. I mean, I like hummus a lot, so like garbanzo beans, like stuff made from beans is fun. It's fine with me. Oh, for sure, Morath. Like, I would definitely try them out if you can. I gotta go try Indian food again. It's been too long. Indian food is hella good. You haven't like had some like real Indian curry? Oh my gosh. Rip. Oh, we tried. Guacamole? Yeah, absolutely. I'm a millennial. Of course I love avocado on toast. Ground chickpeas and fried, but different different than hummus? Yeah. Yo, butter chicken curry? I actually found a decent recipe that can do that at home, so like, I'm pretty happy about that. You have to like marinate the chicken in like yogurt, like a yogurt mixture overnight, but that's not even a big deal. And an iced caramel latte? Oh my days, Moni. You know what this makes me want? I haven't had it in so long. Bagels and lox. I haven't had... Oh my god. This just makes me want to get pan bagel and lox. So good. You're Gen Z? It's fine. Paella? I don't think I've ever tried paella. A few days ago, went to a buffet and ate like 3 plates of it. Indian food is super good. Like, one thing I like about like where I live is it's fairly easy for me to find different like cultures of food. Like Indian food's easy to find. I want to say there's like a Middle Eastern, like an Afghani place or something like that near me that I can check out. I still haven't checked it out, but like I want to try that out. Sushi or fast food? Sushi's fire though. I mean, I wouldn't be mad. Sushi's mad good. Like you find a good sushi place, like, ooh, that's the place to be. Paella and jambalaya? Jambalaya is fire. I don't know what paella is. I don't know why I'm having like a brain fart. Like it sounds familiar, I just don't think I've ever had it. I know I've made homemade jambalaya. I haven't like gone out and gotten jambalaya though. Yo, Skybills with the raid. Let's go. Yo, thank you so much. Heck yeah. Yo, there's this kebab truck. This food truck we gotta go hit up. Oh my god. Yo, welcome to the channel, everybody. Skybills, I really hope you had a wonderful stream. Dabbing out for that avatar. We're talking about food. That's what we're doing. Oh, girl. Lily's nappy right now. Skyville's raid, let's go! Yo, welcome Raiders. Get that down. Just let's go. It has mussels, shrimp, and things with rice. That sounds really good. But I've never had... Oh, a giant pan with like oysters and rice. Ooh! I've seen that done on like Chopped. I've never had it though. Paella sounds really good. Paella sounds fire. I need to try it. Yeah, Lily is a really good dog. She's like really sleepy right now. But thank you so much for the raid, Sky. Hell yeah. Hopefully you had a fantastic stream. I need to try, like another thing I want to try is there are a couple poke places around me, which is like Hawaiian like raw fish mixture. I think that'd be really good. Although I'm trying to get my partner into seafood. Like she's never been really a fan. I got her to like sushi, so I'm trying, but I think poke might be too much. You need to host a party if you're gonna get paella. I mean, it depends if like I can just order it individually or like if I have to buy the whole pan, at which point I'll just take it home and eat it later. Like it's fine. You have to watch the Biomiracle Baby Race. It's a good game. It's actually legitimately a good game. There was some really wacky stuff that happened, but overall that game was actually really fun. Oh, I bet. All we're doing is really making me hungry. I mean, that's basically what we're doing here. Well, yeah. I mean, if you're like making it for a family, it makes sense to just make more than necessary, because then you, like, honestly, you have leftovers at that point. Like, so that tracks. Yeah, poke, I've never tried it. I definitely do, though. I do want to try it. Like, maybe one day I'll get to go to Hawaii or something. You can try, like, some native food from there. Because I'm all about trying different cultures, like, foods and stuff. Because, like, you can learn so much. And, like, people are always happy to share, too. Like, you know, if you actually, like, talk to, like, the owner of a store or whatever, you know, usually they're pretty hype about telling you about stuff. Chihasco? I have no idea what that is. There's a Brazilian steakhouse we have to go to near us at some point. So, like, I gotta hit up, like, 8 taco trucks and try them out. There's this one kebab truck we gotta try out. And there's, like, several restaurants. There's a couple of ramen places I want to try out, too. Because I need to find, like, a good ramen place near me. Because, like, the last, like, really good ramen place I went to was in Texas. Like, that was... Their eggs, their, like, soft-boiled eggs were on point. It was so good. Ooh. Yeah, usually... I mean, I might try and do, like, a poke. Like, just make it myself. Give it a whirl. I'm pretty sure we can find, like, a recipe for it. Brazilian dessert ball with sprinkles? Fried ice cream? I don't know. Yeah, we're trying to add more, like, vegetarian meals to our, like, repertoire. So, I did a, like, vegetarian lasagna, which actually turned out really heckin' good, honestly. You're supposed to do it in, like, a crock pot, but I was lazy, so I just did it in the oven. Eggplant lasagna? Yeah, eggplant lasagna is really good. It's just you really have to, like, you have to, like, salt eggplant beforehand, right? To, like, dry out, like, the, like, bitterness. If I'm not mistaken. Something like that, or else it's, like, really bitter. But, yeah. Eggplant's really good. I did it with zucchini, yellow squash, mushrooms, and like fresh basil. It was so good. Just like that and mozzarella and like, you know, lasagna noodles. Really good. We've definitely done like just regular lasagna, but instead of like noodles, just use zucchini. Like that also works really good. Yeah, we were supposed to get Euros this week, but then we totally forgot. So we'll have to do that next week or something. Ugh. What a blow up! Are those like coconut macaroons? Or macarons? Yo, BK, thank you so much for all that. Heck yeah. It looks like it's coconut on it, Miraz. I have no idea what it is, but I'm not gonna lie. Anything with coconut to me is fire. Like I love the coconut macarons, like the ball of coconut and then like a little bit of chocolate on it. It's really good. It's my jam. Unfortunately, I had to eat like all of them that I made. It was a terrible time. It was a terrible time. I super enjoyed it. Because nobody else apparently likes coconut in my house. Coconut balls. There's chocolate and sprinkles. I think they're macarons, pretty much. Not macaroons, but macarons. Or is it macaroons? I don't know. Those words are really similar. You dislike coconut? I'm sorry. I love coconut. Cocoa Dark? I think that would explain why I really like Almond Joys. Almond Joys are like peak fire. Mounds or Almond Joys? Almond Joys. Although Mounds are really good too. Shoot. I think it is back row. It has to be back row. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about, Sackett. That's where we're planning on, like, that style of restaurant where they do that. They, like, walk around with the meat on, like, the skewers and they, like, cut it off for you and stuff. Yeah, it's where my partner and I want to go. We were planning on going before, you know, COVID hit. But then COVID hit. I've never been to one, but I really want to go to one. Toasted coconut? Heck yeah. I mean, really any coconut is really good. Like, I like coconut out of the thing and everything. Oh my gosh. Oh, you talking about Luigi's Adventure, BK? Oh, such a bad idea. It's such a bad idea. But that's the only way to become cultured, right? Maybe, we'll see. If you had to say which is worse, Hyper 6 or Luigi's Adventure? Yo, nice, dude. A kick in the balls is better than Hyper 6. I mean, I personally would probably rather do Hyper 6 than get kicked in the balls. Tough comparison. There's a ton of cheese in Hyper 6, but not very much in Luigi's Adventure because there's no cave or Yoshi. Interesting. I mean, Luigi's Adventure, does that fall under Kaizo or no? Like, do I have to play it? Like, I mean, it's like, it's not a whether or not I have to play it, I guess. Like, if it's Kaizo Light, I'm required to play it. It's not Kaizo? Okay. Then, it's, you know, it's on the list. The same with, you know, with like Hyper 6. One day. It's a one day kind of thing, you know? One day we'll be dumb enough to play it. One day I'll do it. Ugh. But I mean, like, I can definitely see playing Hyper 6 and, like, Luigi's Adventure and other hacks like that, because I'm totally gonna play, like, non-Kaizo hacks, because there's a lot of really good ones. Like, there's no reason not to play non-Kaizo hacks. I know that's like a double negative. There's no reason to only play Kaizo hacks, I guess is the better way to word it. I know that, like, the KaizoQuest is forever, it's eternal, but, you know, I think it'll be good to get out of Kaizo sometime and, like, play something else. Eldad is like, Eldad is way too far away to actually do anything co-op now. So I'm in Cali, he's in Canada, so that's a long distance. What about World of Warcraft? No, Eldad's in Canada. What about WoW? Maybe. I mean, I know I got Eldad hooked again, so we'll probably be doing some sort of, like, stuff together. Like, that's for sure. We'll definitely play WoW together. Like, I wouldn't be surprised at that. It'd mainly just be, like, finding a time that, like, we could both raid. There's always Parsec. What is Parsec? A measurement of distance in Star Wars? Yo, Jim's friend, how you doing? Did you get moved over to your new place, or you still, is that like a work in progress? You clock in 2 more times, you're almost free, man. Oh, July, okay. I thought it was June, my bad. Parsec lets you do remote local co-op? Interesting. It gives you time to get everything situated, Jim's friend. That's cool. A parsec is a real astronomical measurement of distance? Only in Star Wars? I don't know. I don't know that much about measuring astronomical. All I know is light years in space-time distance. A parsec is 3.26 light years? What the hell? That's so far? What? How many parsecs does it take to screw in a light bulb? The program is legit. I mean, it's an idea. I mean, there's probably a more legit reason for it, Mraz, than that, but there usually is when it comes to like theories. I mean, it's not like, you know, measuring. It's not like measuring feet, you know, in the imperial system, which is measured by like how many sticks or some shit. I don't know. The imperial system is really stupid. Ask Elon Musk that question. Why would you trust Elon Musk with an answer? Elon Musk doesn't have a doctorate in astrophysics or anything like that. Just because somebody's rich doesn't mean you trust everything they say. And just because he owns SpaceX doesn't mean he actually knows crap about space. The people he hired does, though. He is smart, though? That's debatable. Oh, really? That's cool. That's really cool, actually, BK. I didn't know that. A parsec is the distance that a star must lie from the sun for its parallax angle to be exactly 1 inch. Do I think Elon Musk is dumb? No, I don't think he's dumb, but I don't think that he's a genius. I think that he's really good at exploiting labor. Like every other billionaire. If you have a van, bring the candy. I know, but I wouldn't also ask Elon Musk anything, to be quite fair. Because A, you're not going to get an answer that's actually worth a damn. A, he won't even reply. Because you're not worth his time. Whereas, like, somebody who's actually studied the subject would actually be willing to impart their knowledge. Because they studied it because that was their passion. I mean, Elon Musk is partly an idiot, yeah, basically. I mean, it's like... Elon Musk says a lot of dumb stuff. I mean, how, like, Elon Musk made a bunch of money in Bitcoin, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, the environment. Like, come on. Really? Now it's a thing, you know? I mean, you probably could look it up on his Twitter. I wouldn't be surprised unless he deleted it. I'm not sure what the exact phrasing is. But I do know that he made workers return to work in unsafe conditions and then was surprised. Nah, Elon Musk is like any other billionaire. Like, you know, don't give a crap about people. Well, I mean, just okay. It's just like when the summer comes, the virus will just go away, you know? I mean, scalpers have been around forever. It's just getting way more out of control now. Ah! Yeah, basically Jim's friend. You were on the can aisle? Yeah, it must have been a blow up. I mean, it must have been nice to be on the toilet paper aisle, though, because that was just a blow-up. Entire empty aisle for 5 days a week. Yeah, basically. It was a disaster at the start of COVID. Confidently incorrect, BK. Well, you have to be able to exploit the masses if you want to make money. You got to find the smartest people willing to work for the least amount of pay. And by the smartest people, I mean not necessarily the smartest people, just the smartest people willing to work for that wage. Or salary or whatever. We got a paperwork that estimates how long it would take to stock our aisle. For 3 weeks, my estimate was above 12 hours, peaking at 23 hours in one day, which I stocked in 10. I would definitely would have liked taking my time. Well, any fast food restaurant. You know? I mean, the amount of used GPUs is probably going up around. Sure, but I mean, how... Personally, you would have to sell me a 3080 for a song to buy it if it was mined on. And the reason being is because those GPUs are run hard. Like, how much time left is, like, on those cards? Like, they get run into the ground mining. And buying used GPUs is like, for me, it's a gamble. It's a huge gamble. You'd have to get it for, like, less than half the price. So, you'd have to get, like, a 3080 for, like, 200 bucks. Which it's not gonna happen. Right? So, I mean, NVIDIA coming out with new graphics cards doesn't solve the problem of not having enough graphics cards. You wouldn't buy a used GPU for more than 100 bucks, right? Exactly. Right, basically. Basically, Jim Shrin, yeah. Yeah, now, yeah, the amount of, like, storage drives being gone through now because there's a new crypto coin that uses, storage. which is ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, like, it's cool that they came out with a 3080 Ti with their, like, whole 5 stock. Like, a whole 5 GPUs in stock. But, like, you know, a lot of people can't even get a 3070 or 3080. Like, just in general. Like... Yeah. Basically, yeah, like, I mean... It's like when NVIDIA announced that they were gonna make those new GPUs with, like, the anti-crypto mining measures, which got hacked in, like, the first day. Because they had a beta version of the driver online. Like, how stupid do you have to be? Yeah, no, those anti-bit mining or whatever, like crypto mining GPUs are a scam. It's stupid. It's just another way for them to make sure there's not any more GPUs on the market. Because they're producing like these custom GPUs that like are gonna get bought and broke anyway, so who cares, right? Sackett? I have no idea. I wish I could even afford to go to 5 universities. Yo, coming up on 80 hours? Yeah, we are. We're almost there. We're almost at 80. This is definitely going to be my longest Kaizo game. Like, for sure. Isn't that odd to me? Sure. I mean, just running at full compat. I mean, it's just. Huh. I mean, it's more BK just like, did they take care of him? And I don't know. Yeah. Just buying used computer components has always been a little sketchy to me. Like, in general.
What's up?
Like, buying a lot of used computer components is pretty sketch. That's just my opinion. Have a father who owns an emerald mine? Yeah, really easy. Just get a standard $1 million loan from your parents. Yeah. And I know that the 3080s definitely run hot. It depends. I mean, it really depends on like the environment they're in. Because I mean, if like the GPU is being run at really hot, I imagine there could be damage to the components after a certain amount of time, but you know, I don't know. Mining rigs are silly, so. That's always fun, BK. A 300 megahertz computer. Yeah. I remember the old Pentium 4. I remember that. That was pretty cool. I remember playing, like, Math Blaster and like that kind of stuff on it. But I mean, I really hope the... Well... It wasn't necessarily like devices can only hold 12, it's like... I know that a long time ago, like, the 32-bit version of Windows can only recognize a max of 4 gigabytes of RAM. It's only when you went to 64-bit that you, like, it was like 128 at that point. That's changed now, but like before there was like an operating system limit on RAM, so that really hampered like progress for like normal people. Because now like 32 bits of operating systems don't even exist anymore. Like if you were super raised of aliens, 36 bits of addressing, so you could do 64 gigs, but there were caveats. Like, was there a way to work around that in like Windows, for example, like Windows XP 32-bit? Or was that not a thing, BK? I don't know, I didn't really like mess around, I didn't fiddle too much like Windows at all. Never have. But Isoqualler, coins. Come on. All the monies. Ah, okay. Yeah, I could see that. Get Windows ME and just blue screen all the time? Sounds interesting. A Galaxy Book computer? What even is that? Galaxy Book computer? Alright, Marasmus. Thanks for stopping by. Good luck with the bed gang. Have a good evening. Bed gang. Samsung Galaxy laptop? Nah. I mean, that screams to me just like it's gonna be just like a Chromebook almost. Like I don't need a laptop that's literally my phone, you know? Gonna check out Burning Crusade Classic? Yeah, I am. I'm just taking my time, Zoldak. There's no I'm level 4. I got 2 levels today. I got to level 42. Because I'm like just using Rusted Experience. I'm just taking my time because right now it's like it's a disaster over there. Like everybody's like under level 63, so it's an absolute disaster in there. I don't know, like, you hope to hit 61 tonight? You got this. Like, I mean, like, I have a Samsung Galaxy 9 Plus, right? When I upgrade my phone, I might not even get a Samsung Galaxy. Like, I've been a Samsung person for, like, since the 6. I think I had a 4, a 7, and then a 9. Like, I've liked the phones, but now they've gotten kind of weird, so I don't even know if I'm gonna do it and get another Samsung phone whenever this one dies. Because, like, my battery's starting to really take a dive. unfortunately. And like to replace it is really stupid. Like I literally have to like unglue the back and like do a bunch of other shit to replace the battery in this phone. It's so dumb. Like I kind of wish I still had my 7 because I could still just replace the battery in that. I mean, I don't care if its name's stupid. I just care if the phone doesn't suck. You know? I don't like the fact that, like, I can't swap out the battery if it starts dying all the time. Like, my phone, when it gets to, like, 20%, it just dies. Like, even if I run it down to get an accurate battery count, it's a blow-up. It really sucks. I agree, right to repair is very important. I know that like iPhone's new phone is very anti right to repair. It's like built really stupid. So it makes it incredibly difficult. But yeah, to like change the battery, I have to like heat up the back. Then I have to pop it off, which I will have to reseal after. And then I have to like take out some screws, pull off the back plate. Then I have to take out a cable as I pull that plate off because that's a fingerprint sensor. And then I have to heat up the front to get the battery out. It's too much work. It's ridiculous. The amount of work to replace the battery in my phone is totally stupid. Or like before, it was just like you pop the back off, cool, it's right there. Boop, boop, got him, you know? Easy money. Now it's dumb. Yeah, Banjo-Kazooie did not save collected notes, that is true. Banjo-Tooie did though. Which is nice. Or at least it saved the number. Well, I mean, like, the battery's, like, it's just, you know, getting old. I've had this phone for, like, 3 years now, right? And I do a lot of stuff on my phone, so, you know, I'm not surprised that, like, the battery's going out, right? But to replace the battery on my phone, it is very stupid. And that will probably be, like, my phone is still fine speed-wise. It's just the battery is what's going to drive me to have it replaced. And that's what really sucks. Or I can see how much it costs to replace the battery, which is probably going to be a couple $100. So it's like, you know, disaster either way. But I'm not going to replace it until I need to. It's like, I wanted to keep my S7 back in the day, but I didn't technically own it, quote unquote, so good stuff. Don't lease phones, it's dumb. I have to throw it back. It has to be thrown back, like this anyway. There are like 1,000 notes in the game, and to save them will require dedicating almost a megabyte of data on the cartridge for one file. Fair. Yeah, I mean, wish there was a checkpoint. I mean, that's what makes these dumb, right? That's what makes these castles so hard, is that, like, there's multiple ways to make levels more difficult in Kaizo. One of them is to make them longer. Even if you have a particularly mundane level, right? So it's not very difficult. If you make that difficult twice as long, if you make that level twice as long, it becomes much more difficult. Well, I mean, like, I don't use, like, the virtual assistant or anything, but I definitely do, like, watch videos. I read manga on it. Social media, like Twitter and stuff. I like using the camera. I mean, I have a camera, but, you know, phone cameras are actually pretty fire. I mean, nowadays. Like, Like, honestly, if I can figure out a way to turn this into my phone into a second camera, I would. Because the camera on this phone is actually really good. Like, I think there's a way to do it. Like, to make it like a camera in OBS or something. But like, if I do replace this phone, I'll just keep it and make it a camera. Because I think that would be a good play. Because the camera's actually fairly good, so. And I know that can be done. I just don't know if there's like a limitation on like what phones you can use to do that. Yeah, I've seen it done. It's just a matter of getting the software hooked up, you know? So that way I can have like 2 good cameras or something. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of new features on phones like Bixby or Samsung's new virtual assistant or any of that crap that like I just don't care about. I've never used it. It's got its own button on the phone, which doesn't make any sense to me, but you know, whatever. But yeah. I just like as long as my phone, you know, works and like I can watch videos and stuff on it, other than that I don't really care. Don't ask Kakusho about his setup. Hey, Beast, what's up? Well, I mean, do you not want to? You do not want a 3-hour tangent on my setup? Come on, but you liked it so much the first time. How you doing, Beast? Tell us about your setup. Where do you want me to start? You can never stream. You don't want people to know how bad you are at video games. But I mean, that could be your selling point, Zoldak. You were begging for insurance. Oh my god. Greedy, man. Yeah, I mean, I really need to... Honestly, I need to simplify my setup, to be fair. Like, that is very true. I think I've done a pretty good job at simplifying, like, my video inputs and stuff now. So it's not as stupid. Like, a lot of it's run through an HDMI switch, which is nice. Is my TV next to my monitor? Basically to play my Super NT and stuff, I actually give up one of my monitors. So I have 3 monitors and a laptop, right? The laptop's the one that's actually doing the streaming. I give up my middle monitor to play console games. Because my left monitor is old as dirt. It's like really, really old. It doesn't even accept HDMI. So that's a blow up. I'm looking to replace it at some point, but you know, that's down the road. So I gave up one of my monitors, and then I use the other 2 monitors for other stuff. No, I don't play on CRT anymore. Yeah, so... Well, no, because I use I have a Super NT now, Jim's friend. Probably gets hot? Nah, it doesn't get hot. I mean, it might, but, like, it's fine. It's got enough room to breathe and all that jazz. It's only using, like, 20% of its CPU. Beasts. It's like I'm only streaming in 720p. It's not that like CPU intensive. It's technically an emulator, I guess. Like, you can argue that Super NT is emulating the Super Nintendo. It is... How do we say this? Basically. Not really, but like, basically. It's like... It's a custom Super Nintendo emulator, basically, in its own thing. But it doesn't suck. It's not like those cheesy knockoff emulators that you get, right? They like the Retro Twin and that kind of stuff. Am I gonna get sued by Nintendo? No. Because they didn't use Nintendo's schematic to make the freaking thing. I should stream F-Zero. I've streamed F-Zero before. We did a blind race of it. Most computer repair processes online start with make sure your computer's up to date. I mean, well, Windows Update for Windows 10 is garbage. Windows 10 is like so heavy-handed with Windows updates. It's actually infuriating. It uses the cartridge. It actually accepts Nintendo cartridges or Super Nintendo cartridges. You're neutering Windows 10 tomorrow? How are you planning on doing that besides like installing Linux? There's like no way to... I mean, you might be able to, but not that I'm aware of. Never say never. Yeah, I'm using my SD to SNES in it right now. I think you can actually make it run most games, but it won't be able to run anything with like a special graphics chip. So like you won't be able to do like SMRPG or anything like that, like the SD to SNES can. I paid about $200 for it. The problem is finding them in stock, Jim's friend. Like, Analog restocks them rarely, and that was a shit show. Does it accept Super Game Boy cartridge? I don't know. It's something else to test out. I'm never gonna use Super Game Boy. That sounds like a bad time. If I'm not mistaken, that's super... I'd rather just use an emulator because that's super inaccurate. If it fits in a Super Nintendo, it should work. But I have no idea. I would at least like to get to Room 5 today. That'd be nice. Yeah, the Super Game Boy is very inaccurate. It like either runs really quick or really slow. I can't remember. You might be able to Google that, but yeah, they don't accept, like you can't use the Super Game Boy in speedruns because it's inaccurate. That I know. Well, I mean, that makes it inaccurate. Only the Super Game Boy 2 is allowed? I know the one that goes underneath the GameCube is okay. Well, I mean, it probably doesn't affect game mechanics. It just runs at, you know, a weird speed. The thing with Super NT is that it actually runs a little bit slower than the Super Nintendo. So if you're using a regular Super Nintendo, it actually runs faster by a little bit. So yeah, the Super NT just does 1080 out, essentially. Yes, it does, Jim's Run. It's basically the Super Nintendo. It's like it's a really good copy of the Super Nintendo that runs a little bit slower. But I don't speedrun, so I don't care. I'm probably not gonna speedrun anything on Super Nintendo, and even if I do, like, I'll take the time loss, whatever. It's fine. Not a big deal to me. I'm not going for world record or anything, you know? But yeah, the Super NT is actually really accurate, which is cool. So that's what's awesome about it, is that it's actually good. And it looks freaking beautiful. Like, it's legitimately beautiful. Like, in its output. That, and I also was able to eliminate another capture card, so that's always nice. I'm always happy when I can eliminate a capture card, although my GB USB 2 will forever be missed. Poor card. It did so much work. But yeah, LDad's been using... LinkDad's been using Super NT for like 3-4 years. Since it like came out originally. I know that there is a open source kind of version that's coming out, because I know the Super NT is kind of hard to get your hands on. Like, they restocked, and I spent like 30 minutes in queue with like 4 browsers trying to get one. I don't want to experience that again. That was a nightmare. But like, yeah, it was a struggle. I was very sure I wasn't going to get one. Because scalpers are ridiculous. But yeah, it was a nightmare to get one, I'm gonna be honest. I'm very happy I was able to secure one. Like, well, I mean, I had 4 browsers and my phone just saying like, you're in the checkout queue. And then like, eventually pop up, it's like, enter your credit card. And I'm like, okay. And then it's like, you're into the checkout queue. And then you just wait again. That's all you can do, right? And you had to like fight, like, it took like 5 minutes to keep clicking the item just to get it in your cart. And then you have to like get in the queue. It was a disaster, dude. And I guarantee it's because bots, you know, like the amount of bots like getting in on and buying stuff is ridiculous. Like, freaking scalpers are out of control. And I don't even know how you defend against that. Like, I don't get it. And you get kicked out? Yeah. Burdensome proof of life. You gotta have two pictures of photo ID from state and government. Then you've got to have a picture of you with your grandma and your mother. And then you got to have a picture of your high school and today's newspaper. Yeah, and blink when prompted. Exactly. They have all kinds of crazy shit going on. Yeah, man, that's the only way. Like, I don't even know how you would like stop that. Like, stop botting from buying up stock because it's such a problem. Like, it's crazy. Like, graphics cards get bought up immediately for like by Bitcoin miners and stuff. It's freaking nuts, dude. You've had to blink when prompted when recovering money online before? What? That seems so weird, friend. I've never had to blink when prompted. CAPTCHAs? I don't know. I mean, like, how would we even design, like, another method to prevent, like, automated systems from, you know, figuring stuff out? Yeah, and as AI advances, it's going to be irrelevant, so... What's the first law of robotics? I don't know, you're a human, you pass. Do not harm humans, you fail, you're a robot. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, one way to do it would be like, you know, you can only have, you know, one per shipping area, but that takes more time to verify and update on a server. And if you're getting just absolutely slaughtered on sales, like, with how quickly they, you know, get sold, how are you gonna have a list that like updates that quickly to check every time somebody buys a new thing without like just absolutely destroying your productivity? Because in all fairness, companies don't give a crap who buys it, right? They just want to sell their product. They don't really care who it goes to. It's the AI that intentionally fails. That's fair. That's a good point. Like some iRobot shit. Ugh. I'm totally not a robot, I swear. I am not a robot. Beep boop, beep boop. We're the robot pirates. Yeah. Look, and I for one welcome our new robot overlords, so that's fine. No way. Yeah. You also welcome our new robot overlords, right? Alright, let's get a button going. Let's get a button going. I mean, yeah, right? Very true. Very true. Alright, would you press this button? You never forget your passwords for anything, no matter how complicated you make them. But if you don't go through the process of changing your password every day, your account are automatically deleted. So no matter what you type, you'll never forget your password, but if you don't go through and change your password every day on all your accounts, they'll get deleted. I mean, you'd never be hacked, that's for sure. I mean, I legit have forgotten passwords. Let's be fair. I'm an old person. I've legit forgotten which password was used on an account. I'm not infallible. The password is... Dang. Good thing password doesn't make things unhackable. Yeah, two-factor authentication does. Which I like. Two-factor authentication, some sort of authenticator. Yeah, for sure, Trisha. That's fair. Ugh. Turn down the fan a little bit. Alright. Yeah, I can see not forgetting passwords. I mean, I wouldn't take this because I don't have to change my password every freaking day. That sounds poopy doo-doo. That sounds real poopy doo-doo. Like, change your passwords on everything? Oh my god. Well, yeah, I mean, but I'm not gonna exactly make my password Hunter42, you know? Like, or ABC123. You'd spend all day changing passwords when you could be playing, like, Final Fantasy 14? Come on. Why would you do that? You could be playing games. Right, or all your accounts get deleted if you do. Jeez. That'd be poopy doo-doo. You are right now? Let's go. I think I just got to the point where I get a mount, Trisha, so I'm trying to do that and play classic WoW at the same time. It's not working great, but it's not too bad. Yeah, I can actually go fast because I'm poor. Like I can't just teleport everywhere. I don't have enough money yet. I'm working on it though. Yo, Jim's friend keeping me hydrated. Good looking. Just map them together and play with the same inputs. I mean, that'd be a cool stream. No, it's fine. I'm just being... It's fine. I'll make enough money. Like, I'll make more money as I get farther on. Like... Yeah, I'm afraid you might kill me with that gill. What's the drink today? The drink today is water. Just water. My other drink is a key lime bang. Which is pretty good, but it's like... The, at that point where it's too on point, so it's kind of weird. I'm probably gonna put the rest of it in the fridge because I don't really need it. I mean, either that or ninja. I mean, because one of the things that like ninjas always did was throw. You know, so I could see that. I think ninja's a cool class too, but I'm gonna be too busy. I'm gonna be too busy tanking the ground. Floor tank gang! Embrace the memes. If ninjas always throw, then you don't want one in your party? Yeah, Fighter Doken. Ninjas can summon a bunny familiar? That's pretty cool. So they're like ghetto summoners? That seems weird. I don't know. I haven't gotten that far in Final Fantasy 14. I know that Red Mage is cool. Red Mage is pretty dope. It's the thing that happens when you mess up a jutsu. That's funny. Red Mage is cool. I've never played Blue Mage, but I know that's a thing. Like, that'd be tight. I heard that samurais are good DPS, but they're selfish DPS. There's 5, Jim's friend. Oh yeah. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. It's like Mogu Mogu or something like that. That pops on your head and looks around for a few seconds and disappears. That's funny. That's good. That's good. Nice little touch. Yeah, there's 5. This is a standard 5-room castle. I've only gotten to room 4. I just haven't quite figured out how to do this shell jump yet. Like, I'm pretty sure it's just throw it against the wall when you're, like, close to the wall. Yeah, there's one more after the shell jump room. Oh, there you go, Trisha. Let's go. So, surprising to nobody, 77% of people said no, they would not want to change their password every day. Not surprised. Genuinely not surprised. Like, seriously, who wants to change their password every freaking day? That sounds like... I mean, if you have a problem, like, remembering your password, like, I get it. And I can see 23% of people forgetting their password. I really can. Depends how often you forget your password and stuff. Like, that tracks. That really tracks. Ah! You use their email twice a year, right? Oh. Alright, so how about this? You can do anything you want, but you always hear claps in your mind for 4 hours every time you do something you cannot normally do. So... okay. Ugh. Yeah, that was my take on that. It's just what? So you can do anything you want, but whenever you do something that you don't normally do, right? You hear a clap. You hear 4 hours worth of clapping in your head. I guess. I mean, like the advantages, like, oh, I want to go skiing right now, right? In the middle of summer, but I get to go skiing, right? And then I hear clapping for 4 hours, I guess, like a standing ovation. Or like, oh, I want to make $1 million, right? Or whatever. Be something like that, I think. Bad question. Everybody always gets mad at me when I don't ask the bad questions. I'm like, hey, yeah, man. Oh, it is. Ugh. I mean, let's check some of the comments. I came for the applause, applause, applause. Came here for the applause, applause. Came here for the applause, applause. The ability to not hear irregular clapping. Oh my god. These comments are not helping. Sure, why not? I'd love to hear clapping in my ears for 4 hours. It's like really crappy tinnitus. 33% of people said no, 67 said yes. I guess, sure. Is there ringing in the audio? Probably. Give me a second. Well, it's applause. I mean, it might be golf claps, who knows? Again, not covered in the scope of the question. I mean, who knows? Yeah, I took it to mean like standing ovation, like applause. That's what I thought. You can meet all of your favorite celebrities, but you have to delete your Tumblr. Does anyone even use Tumblr anymore? Is this an outdated question? I don't even have a Tumblr, so sure. What the heck is a Tumblr? Well, you see, Timmy, back in the day, make it so you have to delete your Twitch and then re-answer question? No. It says Tumblr, clear as crystal, night and day. I'm not changing it to Twitch. Heck no, tech no. Yeah. Tumblr was like a place for people who had communities of like, there's no easy way to say this, drawn porn, right? That they could collaborate and stuff until Tumblr banned it. So when they banned it, people just moved off the website. I mean, you know your favorite celebrities? Like, I don't care about celebrities either, so it's kind of a blow up. Yeah, it was just like 80% porn, just like the internet, you know, not too many, not too high of a percentage. Yeah, I feel like that was a bad move from like a business perspective. Like, you just lose like all your ad revenue at that point. But then again, I guess it depends on like how much liability you have. Yada 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 yada. Yeah, I don't know why they bought the website and then just immediately destroyed it. Like, I'm sure that wasn't cheap, you know? I mean, they just moved to a different platform, you know? Like, let's be honest. Yeah, Patreon and DeviantArt, yeah. It just shifted platforms, I mean... Yeah, Discord, yeah. Like, I get what you're saying, Meow. I don't know. I don't know why the business decision was had. I'm assuming that they were getting into like some legal gray areas and they didn't want to have to deal with it. That might have been the decision there. Like, I get what you're saying, but like the legal boundaries, for example, changes, right? So like, for example, yeah, like the US versus like Japan when it comes to like that kind of stuff. It's different. Exactly, Jim's friend. Let's not delve too deep into it because that's not really a topic I want to get into. But yeah, there's like, you know, it gets a little weird. So like, I get it. I get it. I don't care about meeting celebrities. Well, maybe some sports people, but sure. I'll press the button, why not? But I mean, Tumblr kind of shot themselves in the foot. I get it though. Like, I get where they're coming from. Is it the best business decision? I really don't know. I'm not a business major person. I'm assuming Tumblr isn't doing great, but you know, hey. Anyways, 86% of people press button. I mean, alright, how about this one? You gain superhuman powers. Flight, strength, endurance. But you become extremely afraid of ducks. Like, wet yourself extremely afraid whenever you see one. You have an extreme phobia of ducks, but you get superpowers. Your arch villain is Scrooge McDuck. I mean, I like ducks too, but I'd give up duck. I give up my love for ducks to have superpowers. I think this is an okay trade. If it was a giant duck, okay. I like ducks. They're cute, but they're scary as heck to be around. I mean, geese are the ones you have to worry about. Ducks are fine. Geese are assholes. Geese are real buttholes. Geese are the most angry bird ever. Yeah, geese are jerks. That's true, all birds are jerks. That's very true, actually. Huh? Not all birds. That's a good emote. Yeah, I remember as a kid having a goose jump on my head and rip my hair out. It was pretty tight. I'm not a fan of geese. I got bodied by a goose when I was younger. To be fair, I was near its eggs. So I'll take that L. You bet seagulls are the worst? I mean, sky rats are terrible. Seagulls really suck. I've never been pooped on by a seagull, thankfully. They like the junk food in polluted area. No, I mean it's not great, Dragonfire. I mean it's not like an experience I need to have before, you know, I pass. You know. It's not something I like go out and actively pursue. You know. You used to love feeding birds when you were little? Yeah, weird. Weird, Jim's friend. How you doing today, Phoenix Queen? Hopefully you're having a good day. I mean, feeding birds is fine. Just like, you know, feed them birdseed. Don't like feeding bread. Bread is not, like, great for birds. Well, it's just there's not a lot of nutritional value in it. And like, yeah, it does fill them up faster. And then they don't eat anything with nutritional value. Essentially, Jim's friend. That's why you shouldn't feed like bread to ducks and stuff. You miss amusement parks? I mean, I miss going to amusement parks, sure. I'm not a huge fan of like rides or anything, but I do like being there. They're pretty cool. Feed squirrels. I had a friend who fed a squirrel once and it bit him. It was pretty funny. Like he fed the squirrel and the squirrel immediately bit him. Like it took the food, ate it, and then bit him. Like, what an asshole squirrel. Come on, dude. Yeah, it was brutal. That squirrel was a punk. You used to capture squirrels and move them 10 to 15 miles away? Why? What? You would capture squirrels and then move them. Why? Does it get in the garden? Yeah. You saw an albino squirrel in the park once? That's cool. You caught 72 squirrels? That's a lot of squirrels, dude. How much blood is on your hands? I doubt Jim's friend was catching like 72 baby squirrels, you know? This same squirrel? Nuttus squirrelicus. It's the squirrel's name. Maybe the squirrel was just moving so fast. It was the same squirrel. It's using like, it was using double team. Yeah, Attack of the Squirrel Clones. There was a squirrel clone laboratory near you, Jim's friend. They were seeing how long you would capture clone squirrels. They just follow their nuts. Come on, Jim's friend. These jokes write themselves. Yeah, Kage Bunshin skills, right? Skirt. It has to be a back throw. Like, it has to be a back throw. You can do it! I mean, yeah, it's all a matter of time when it comes to, like, you know, Kaizo stuff. It's just not getting to room 4 enough to, like, be able to test a lot of stuff out. It really sucks. Now your parents live in the boonies and almost never see squirrels. Do they see a bunch of crocodiles? Crocodiles! Live out in the boonies. Wrong kind of boonies? Alright. Not the... They get pigs, snakes, and deers? That'd be a bad trade. I mean... Yeah, I wouldn't need superpowers for killing ducks. You saw a lot of squirrels. Dragonfire, were you the squirrel whisperer? Yeah, but you're like Aquaman, but with squirrels. You could basically summon a squirrel armor. Just squirrels linked together to protect their master. Squirrel fist. Squirrel girl? Is that a real hero? I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. Marvel? Of course it's Marvel. Yo, pet the dog. Let's go. I have not checked out Squirrel Girl. I thought that was a meme. I did not believe it when it was said just a second ago, but now that I know it exists, I kind of have to check it out. Oh my gosh. Pet the dog! Lily. Lily do. Lily do. Pet the lily do. Lily do. Lily do. You pet the do. Pet the ears, pet the ears. Yeah. A song you didn't even have to pay for? I always sing to Lily. Squirrel-based powers can control squirrels and also command the power of infinite BS. Ugh. Okay, I think it's gonna do it for tonight for freaking Grand Poo World. This is like... Hi. Alright, we're gonna swap over to Waterworld. We're gonna do that. Because I'm just not feeling Grand Poo World right now. Like, oofa doofa. I feel like we're just slamming our face on the wall. And it really sucks. So, I'm gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back. And we'll be doing some Waterworld. So hang tight, everybody. BRB.